Content. This lesson is broken into two as there's two steps to creating Joomla content. This is the lesson where we start to talk about the most important part of the website, your content. I've broken this into two lessons. The first is about the storage system. Storing Joomla content in 1.6 or later, for example in 2.5, is similar to the way that you store files on your computer. You store files, documents, photos, and music files. These are stored inside of folders, and folders can live inside of other folders. It does become somewhat difficult to manage if you don't use a logical storage system. The same principles apply to Joomla. You create content items called articles, which are a bit like files on your computer. These items are stored in categories, which are a bit like folders. You can create categories within categories, which is called nesting. Keep in mind it's important to keep this system simple and practical, so it's easy to manage and find items. When planning your site, it's helpful to create a site map. In this example you can see here, there are three tiers in this hierarchy. There'll be a category called articles, and inside that we create geography and history, and inside that one we put ancient and modern. Now let's take a look at how to manage categories in Joomla. First, log into the administrator. Click on the Category Manager. It appears on the Control Panel page. You can also access the Category Manager under the Content menu. You may already have some content or categories populating your site if you've installed either the sample data that came with Joomla or if you've installed your own categories. If you look at the category list, you can see how they interact with one another. You can see that components lives within the extensions, lives within the Joomla, which lives within the sample data archives. To create a new category, up at the top, press New. Enter the name of the category in the title box. You can leave the alias button. Joomla will take care of this, as in most cases, when we save the item. Under Parent, we want it to be at the topmost level, so we'll select No Parent. Now let's click the Save and Close button. Scroll down the page and click Next. We can see that the articles category has been created at the end. Now let's create the next category. Click New. We want it to be within the Articles category, so under Parent, we'll select Articles. We can then click Save and Close. You can continue to create subcategories of subcategories to help you to organize your site. If ever you need to edit a category, you can click on its title. And this page allows you to edit the category by changing the title or the alias. When you're finished, click Save and Close. Just as a note, Joomla allows multiple users to be editing on the site at the same time. Joomla uses a check-in and check-out policy. There is potential for a little bit of an issue. If you open something and then use the back button in your browser, Joomla doesn't know that you're finished with the item and it remains locked. You will see that highlighted in this column as the status. To prevent this, never use the back button in the administrator. Always use the options at the top right-hand side. If you make this mistake, you can fix this by going under Site and then Maintenance and then Global Check-in. If you're sure that no one else is editing a page, you can click on the Global Check-in button at the top.